We're not going to escape some of the impacts from Beryl here in North Texas either. Of course, the worst of it is going to be along the coast, with this storm expected to make landfall overnight into tomorrow morning. Let's talk about today's forecast briefly. Right now, not too bad out. We've got temperatures sitting anywhere from the low 70s to 80 degrees at Love Field right now. McKinney's at 78, Denton sitting at 79, and Fort Worth at 75. I've got high temperatures in the mid and upper 90s today. So it was warm yesterday, but it was seasonal. Today, it's going to be a little warmer than normal for this time of year. Normal for today is about 95 degrees. Forecast high of 97 for Dallas and Fort Worth. Feels like temperatures could get into the low 100s, but we don't have a heat advisory for today. So that's the good news. Now we've got to talk about Beryl, because this is going to have a huge impact on our forecast heading into the work week. You're going to notice clouds tomorrow. You're going to notice a pretty significant breeze, and we got a lot of rain depending on where you live here in North Texas. So the stats with Beryl, just at 7 a.m., we are still at tropical storm status. So yesterday I talked about the fact that, the storm kind of ate up a lot of dry air as it moved over the Yucatan, and dry air is not what you want if you want to see a storm re-strengthen. Of course, it's been over very warm Gulf waters, but it just hasn't had the chance to rapidly intensify, which is good news. So we're not looking at a Cat 3 or a Cat 4, but we are still expecting some re-strengthening as we head through the day today. So right now, 60-mile-an-hour sustained winds, basically right where we were this time yesterday. Northwest winds northwest movement, I should say, at 12 miles an hour and about 225 miles to the south-southeast of Matagorda, Texas. Now, this is the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Notice as we get closer to landfall, that cone of uncertainty starts to shrink a little bit. So we're still talking about landfall to the south of Houston. We're talking just to the north of Corpus Christi, kind of right around Port Lavaca as we head overnight into early Monday morning. We're talking about 85 to 90-mile-an-hour winds, Category 1 hurricane strength. The storm makes landfall. As it starts to interact with land, it begins to weaken some. Still, you have torrential rain. You're still dealing with tropical storm force winds moving much farther inland. So we're talking not just past Houston, but into the Brazos Valley. Then as we head overnight into Tuesday morning, so we're talking 1 a.m., this is where this tropical depression now is, just to the east of DFW. But we're still dealing with 35 to 40-mile-an-hour winds, still dealing with some heavy rain. And then eventually it continues its weakening trend and begins to take off eventually towards the Great Lakes region as we head into Thursday and Friday of this upcoming work week. So we talked about the track shifting a little farther to the east. So there's a flood watch now for our counties to the south and east, where 4 to 7 inches of rainfall will be possible. And then, of course, you see some more significant flooding as you get towards the coast. That's where hurricane warnings are, tropical storm warnings as well. So a very active 24 to 48 hours for the coast. What we're watching for as we head into tomorrow, we'll be looking for rain in the morning from a system in Oklahoma, but I think as early as 9, 10 o'clock, we start to see these bands moving in. Heaviest rain falling in Henderson, Anderson, Limestone, Freestone County. 4 to 7 inches of rain with isolated amounts of up to 10 inches possible, but because the track has sped up a little bit and shifted to the east, our rain chances drop to about 20% as we head into Tuesday, and then we're back into the 90s.